a game that we won because of a resignation, but during the postmortem we saw that the resignation was not even necessary, which is also a good lesson for those watching. Um, no need to resign prematurely. Play it out. You never know. You might have resources that you never imagined. Okay, this is not really a king's gambit, but we have the same pawn position as in a king's gambit. Now, if he brings that pawn up, I'm not going to engage him. I'm going to move that pawn up. I'm just going to castle quickly, not wasting time. He's going to try to do some things over here on the queen side. We've already decided we're not going to use this bishop on that side, so and I've already decided I'm going to move that pawn up. It's good to have some things decided so you don't waste time on your clock. We're doing good on the clock right now. That's an interesting move. I think I'll give him something to think about. Um, if he does something weird with it, okay, that was interesting. Okay, we're going to move this pawn up. If he advances, I'm sorry, we're going to bring the knight up. If he advances this pawn, the knight comes up into here. He's probably thinking about getting this check, and that's fine. We just advance this pawn. In fact, we can do that right now. We'll already bring that pawn up, so it blocks this black diagonal against our king, which is that's something to always watch in the king's gambit, because when you advance this pawn early, you open your king on that black diagonal. Okay, they're going to advance up here to get our knight. Don't try to advance a pawn or something because it doesn't work too well. Just waste time usually. I'm going to give my knight a place to move back to here. And also by moving my queen over, I can bring her out on this side over here. Okay, if it takes the pawn there, that's no problem. Why don't we just come up here and already threaten some things here. We're threatening this pawn. And also we're giving a little bit more support to our pawn here. Okay, we might already have something here to do. I don't see anything though. If the queen came here, then the bishop can't come over. Just gotta make sure. I think I'll bring the queen over here. I don't see another piece to develop right now. And if he was thinking of bringing that bishop over, he can't now. Okay, this pawn is protected by this. I think centralize a rook. I think that's the best thing to do. I'm going to bring a rook here against this pawn. In any case, I can bring this bishop back and have a rook here for defense. We're doing okay. We're a little bit slow. Partly, we're doing a little instruction. You could call it that, talking. So it makes us a little slower, but we're doing okay. Okay, I'm going to bring the bishop over here. If he takes it, I'm going to retake with the pawn. I screw up my pawn structure, but I'm hoping that he's not going to have enough time in just a quick game like this to actually get a bunch of stuff going and going to the end game with these double pawns. I prefer to have a lot of power over here. If he moves this pawn up, I'll take with this pawn. This pawn is amply protected by the knight and the queen, but now he cannot develop either of those either. So he gets a little bit pinned there. If I had one more piece that could come against there, it would be great. I'm missing something? It's always good to know. Yeah, I think this will be good. I'm going to take this pawn. Um, it gives my knight a place to advance up and get a check. And if he takes with that, if he takes with this knight, I retake with this knight and win this. You know, I win this. This knight is already pinned against the queen, and if he takes it, um, it's going to be this knight is going to be pinned against. Um, yeah, I'll show you right there because he took it. This knight is totally pinned. It's pinned against his king there and against his queen there. So he's basically going to lose that knight. This is a power of the king's gambit. Now, if we play this right, we basically have a one game here because his king is exposed. Um, I'm threatening his queen, and then I'm threatening to take this pawn here with my queen, which I will do because in any case, we're going to have an excellent game here. Now, if he wants to trade off queens, that would be fine. We just got to make sure we don't lose on time here. We just got to make sure we don't lose on time. If he takes the queen, I resigned. Excellent. He's very sportsman. He could have played that out and maybe actually even won the game, but he decided maybe it wasn't worth it. Let's see. Let's go back and click here and see how we did. If what I was saying was actually valid or not. That's what's cool about Lichess. All of this analysis is free. If you click that little button there, it'll show you your next move. Um, yeah, we did okay. Looks like we made a mistake there. Got some inaccuracies. Those are not bad. We didn't have any blunders. I guess he had one blunder. Okay, let's click it through and see what it looks like. Let's just move this up just a little bit so we can see the whole board. Okay, here we go. It's not a king's gambit, even though the two pawns are advanced, because it's only a king's gambit when he advances his king's pawn. Okay, we castle quickly. He's starting to do some things over there on the queen side. The book move apparently is here, or the queen comes over. But I prefer to keep the center, I don't know if you call that tense or what, but without, all those trades, it keeps the center tighter, I guess you could say, without a lot of exchanges. Okay, and look at that ball. The ball is exactly at zero. Um, negative zero point 0.1. That's basically zero for all practical purposes. That's an interesting move. Now you see, that's why the chess analysis is interesting in Wii chess. They're saying I should just give away a pawn here. Um, I'm going to just move it up there and see how that would play out because I might use that in the next game. That's interesting. Nothing immediate that I'm gaining. They're just wanting me now to. Well, the engine's looking so far ahead. As I look at that, I wouldn't, I don't think I'm going to do that next game because I can't see exactly what what it's aiming at there. So I'll just click how the game actually went. I moved that pawn up because I didn't want that diagonal against my king to be opened up. And now we're threatening some things. When I brought the queen over here, I can easily win a pawn here And when if he retakes, you see I win this knight with the bishop and then attacking his queen. So he had to react to that. And now you see how we're already getting ahead. Now you see it could have been done, and I should have done it right there. And I dropped a little bit because I didn't do it. I brought the queen out. I said I was going to go against that. So we have a lot of possibilities here. You see, I did the basically the wrong move, but I'm still right up there. So a lot of things. I'm moving pretty much correctly. The ball's not dropping. And it was right around here that, if you remember, that we got like a really great move going. Okay, I'm just clicking through. I want to get to that really great move. Okay, and now you see the ball's way up there. We're 10.3. He should have moved his king over. He didn't. He took with the knight, and now I've got. In poker you have what's called a royal flush. I guess you could call this a royal pin because the knight is simultaneously pinned against the two royal members of the family, the king and the queen at the same time. And you don't see that very often. Okay, and then I did the right move, taking with the bishop, because if you take with the bishop, you attack the queen, and then that you open up the way for the queen to come down and get a check there too. And that's what we did. Okay, we did the correct thing. Um, they're saying I could have brought my queen over here. Probably would have been a better move, but let's see how much it changed. Brought my bishop out. Yeah, you see, like I lost um, almost 2 points there. But I was just kind of going for the simplest continuation. And that would have been a great continuation. If he had taken me and I took him, his king has only one place to go. And then I could have come here to trade off the rooks. If he tries to escape from the rooks, I come up here, check. And it's not looking good for this rook over here. So a lot of things happening there, a lot of good things for white. And that was great. I like that game. So don't go away. I'm going to end this stream and start another one in less than 10 seconds.